project in Odoro Ikot 1, among others. On our community news, of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) insistence on the February 10 deadline earlier announced for collection of old Naira notes, some residents of Uyo have recounted their experiences and challenges. Speaking with Planet News, residents lamented that they are stranded as they cannot go out about their daily businesses and cannot buy basic needs for their families, as transporters and vendors are no more collecting the old notes in their possession. They have also complained of their inability to initiate bank transfers.
My children wanted to take them to school and was having old note me, and we spent between 7:30 to 9 a.m.
In a situation you have the money, I want to get something for my children and my family to eat now. I have the money, but I can't get those things because the mode of payment is so disappointing. Even when there's no cash, the network is not friendly.
Returning from work, I realized that the KK man refused to get the old note from me.
Speaking further, they called on the government to come to their aid by seeking out new ways to ease the burden they are currently facing by making the new Naira notes available and accessible to the public while phasing out the old Naira notes gradually.
Government should relax this policy and do it installmentally.
I just want to beg the government to do faster in improving on this thing.
Government can talk to maybe bank managers or the CBN or whatever to tell them to at least allow us to withdraw new currencies from the ATM. It would be in circulation faster than what they are doing.
You're listening to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM with Joe. We'll now take a breather, and then when we come back, we'll bring you more stories from our foreign, sports, and entertainment scenes. To stay with us.
Healthy living begins with the choices one makes. Choosing to live healthy is the first step to healthy living. Join us Sundays 1:30 to 2 p.m. for Health Way, awareness for healthy choices.
The stories. On the foreign scene, Moscow says it was expelling 4 Austrian diplomats after Vienna expelled 4 employees of Russia's foreign mission in Austria, with tensions soaring over the Ukraine conflict. The foreign ministry said the expulsion of its diplomat had been an unfriendly and unjustified step that caused serious damage to bilateral relations, which are already in crisis due to the actions of the Austrian side. Reports say that Austria and other EU nations have expelled dozens of Russian diplomats since Moscow launched a military campaign in Ukraine, with Russia reciprocating the measures. The ministry said it summoned Austria's ambassador to Moscow and informed him that 4 employees of Austria's embassy in Russia were declared persona non grata. They are given until February 23 to leave the country. We move now to sports, where WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury says he will not give Anthony Joshua a second chance to fight him after the British Nigerian failed to meet his 2 deadlines last November for a December fight. Fury says he will not open a second round of negotiations with Joshua because he has moved on permanently. Fury therefore stressed that he is not interested in any Joshua's questions. They issue the new challenge that prevents communication between male and female housemates. Housemates of the opposite sex are not allowed to interact with each other until Biggie says otherwise. According to the twist, the men will only be able to communicate with other men and women with women. The guys and the girls have been split into 2 tribes who can only speak via a mediator nominated by each gender, Yaya and Miracle. Before we go, a recap of the major stories. That the cashless policy and naira swap by the central bank have short and long-term benefits for the country in dealing with insecurity and corruption, but agrees that the Apex Bank should take the recommendation of a parliamentary committee to rectify identified problems. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, OAGF, has launched the newly constructed federal pay offices in Enugu and Plateau State as well. As major stakeholders of Ibeno led a massive crowd to defect to the Young Progressives Party YPP, its governorship candidate, Senator Bassey Albert Akpan, also known as Oba, CON, has promised to turn the beach there into a tourist destination using a PPP model once he becomes the governor. On the foreign scene, we told you that Moscow says it was expelling 4 Austrian diplomats after Vienna expelled 4 employees of Russia's foreign mission in Austria, with tensions soaring over the Ukraine conflict. And in sports, we reported that WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury says he will not give Anthony Joshua a second chance to fight him after the British Nigerian failed to meet his 2 deadlines last November for a December fight. And for comments and coverage of your newsworthy events, call our newsroom on 0812-770-2940. You can also visit our website on planet101fm.ng and follow us on Twitter at planet_101fm. Also like our Facebook page at planet101fm Uyo. The news was edited by Jane Owa. Lastly, please start asking yourself this question before Election Day. If my preferred candidate was a bank, will I save my money in them? The answer you will get will give you a clue as to who to vote. I am Janice Cobham. Do have a great afternoon.